Opportunity to make it very clear that the reason we are here this time around is because we have come to engage with the local leaders, the NRM structures in the Teso sub-region. All leaders are here of all the districts that make Teso sub-region, and the purpose is basically to organize the coming of His Excellency the President in the region, because he's now in Karamoja, and after Karamoja he's joining Teso sub-region. So we have come to organize the leaders. We have come to engage with them to give them strategies on how we can be able to get the numbers of people to come and attend the president's rallies, because to us, we are very excited that wherever the president has gone, we have had the numbers. And of course, these people are not forced. They come on their own. Yes, we mobilize them, but they come and they have really shown love, and they have shown their support to His Excellency the President. So we want to also do the same in the Teso sub-region. We've come to give them strategies on how we can mobilize people to attend the rallies in big numbers, but we have also come to urge the leaders to ensure and remember that when we talk about commitment for the party and love for the party and loyalty to the party, we don't have to have double faces. That is the reason we are appealing to the leaders. The issues of independence is going to hurt the party, because when the leaders divide the people by supporting independence, then we are dividing the votes of the party. So that is why we are calling upon leaders, we are guiding them on this issue of independence. Now, thirdly, we have also come to give the people, the leaders, the strategy of how we are going to mobilize our votes on the at the lower level. We have come up with a strategy of the village-based mobilization strategy, and this is the strategy we are going to employ in this election. We are already excited on the results it is already giving in terms of the mobilization. So we believe even at the day of the election, we are going to have masses coming to vote. That is what we are looking forward to, and also people voting for the party. I want to also remind the people of Uganda, more so the people of Teso sub-region, that if we don't vote for NRM, we shall have missed the point. For every Ugandan who still supports opposition, I would like to call upon you to support NRM, more so for the gains that we need to protect. What is very important is the issue of peace and security. It is what is most important. That is the center of every development and everything that we need to see and we need to have and we need to protect. Therefore, today it is President Museveni who has been here for 40 years protecting the peace and security of Uganda. After independence, before President Museveni came, we had more than 8 presidents. And if Ugandans could be fair and remember how Uganda used to be, I think we need to appreciate His Excellency the President. We should also not forget that President Museveni is a gift that God gave to Uganda. Because when you look at what other countries are going through, you don't want to even be there. So Ugandans, I appeal to you, dear ladies and gentlemen, let us support NRM, let us support President Museveni to protect this peace and security. You've seen how he has even gone to the region, to the neighbors, to ensure that the neighbors are also safe, so that we are safe. So, ladies and gentlemen, we shall talk about development, because the President has made it very clear that it is not the roads that we sleep on. It is not the roads that we sleep on. Even when you go to a hospital, at the end of the day, you have to go back to your house. His emphasis has been on developing the people of Uganda, developing your pocket, developing your social well-being. It is the reason he came up with the PDM program and those other programs that are really helping the socio-economic improvement of our people. So let us support NRM and let us support President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Okay, Honorable.
We are meeting all the structures, all the leaders of the Teso sub-region, the district executive committees, and those other teams that we are meeting.
The big issue.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the director in charge of mobilization, I'm making this categorically clear. We have guidelines, laws, we have a constitution of NRM. It does not talk about independence. We have guidelines that have always been provided. And I want to appeal to the people of Soroti, the people of Kaberamaido, the people of the Teso sub-region. Please don't be confused by people who are encouraging you to vote for independence. Vote for NRM, because if you don't, and I know it is not only 1 or 2 or 3 independents that are there, You may find that on one position you have about 5 independents or more. And at the end of the day, those independents who are going to divide the votes, and definitely you are giving room to the opposition. So if people love the party, we must not deceive ourselves by pretending like the Pharisees, because you have dressed well and then you try to show you are NRM, and yet your heart and the words that come out of your mouth do not exhibit the true royalty of the true loyalty you have to the party. So I call upon our leaders, truly I call upon leaders, all leaders in Uganda, more so Teso sub-region where we are now, to not to support independence, because it is not there in our constitution, and it is the reason we go for these primary elections. For a person who has not come for a primary election, well, I may not say much, because it is a freedom of every Ugandan to you know, they have that freedom, because President Museveni brought democracy and people have that right. But at the end of the day, when you come and contest in the party primaries, there is no reason why you now come back as an independent, because in whichever way one won the primaries, as long as he's the flag bearer or she's the flag bearer, that is the flag bearer we all have to support. It is a humble request to every person and every Ugandan who supports and loves NRM to make sure we don't go wrong, ladies and gentlemen. This is the time we need to show President Museveni that we have truly appreciated all the efforts and the energy he has put on this country. We have guidelines. We have our constitution is clear, but the challenge is we know very well that the constitution of Uganda supersedes or is number one. Even if our constitutions may say something different, as long as the constitution is not amended, we sometimes have that challenge.
Honorable, Honorable Echweru is a party chairman. Also, is contesting as an independent.
It has been made very clear, categorically clear, that any structure leader who is standing as an independent has to leave that position, has to relinquish that position, and the vice takes over. The same applies to where Honorable Echweru is. He's our chairman of the party, but now he handed over to the vice. So he left that position because it has been a guidance by the national chairman, by the party. We have made that very clear. And I think you saw when he came to the meeting of chairpersons, his colleagues, his very fellow chairpersons, asked him to walk out and get out of the meeting. So that is evident and clear indication that we don't support independence, because it is not a sweet language, especially if you contested in the party primaries.